That bigger smile this afternoon?
Yeah, definitely. The end of the year with 3 points, was always going to be massive for us. Obviously off the back of a couple of, a heavy defeat at Falkirk and then a home defeat here against Kelty. It was important that we got back to winning ways. I'm delighted for the players, delighted for all of them in there. It was a tough game, tough conditions, everything. But it was important that we came away with the 3 points.
A massive 3 points it was this afternoon.
Yeah, it is, and you get to that point in the season, where we do feel, and we're honest enough, we've not picked up enough points. We've been so inconsistent. We touched on that last week after the Falkirk game. 3 points are huge at this moment in time, and we can only get 3 on any given day. The game that we're going to be involved in, that's all we need to concentrate on. Not saying, if we win this and if we win that. And today became that huge game, and you could see the way the game wasn't a great game. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't a great game of football. It was important that we stamped our authority on the game, get that first goal. I thought we were probably the team that was trying to drive the game forward. It was difficult conditions for both sets of players. Second balls were important to pick up today, and I thought we'd done a lot of that and tried to drive it the second half. And I did feel if we got half a chance and we get ourselves ahead, we'd go on to win it. And that was the way the game was going to pan out today. If Clyde had got the first goal, it would have been difficult for us to get back into it. But in this league, you get yourselves ahead in the game, give yourself something to play with.
First half was very flat, but the tempo seemed to rise, especially in that last half hour.
Yeah, and you could see that for our players. It did look that wee bit flat. I said to them, I don't know if it's a nervous thing, a tentative thing, or what. Just that final pass, that the final balls just seem to get cut out or a wee bit sloppy. Every player, I said to them at half time, every player's had a wee bit of sloppiness in the game. We need to tidy up. And to be fair to them, they've done that in the second half, and they realised that games of football like this, you need to dig in, battle in. No every game of football is going to be pretty. Today was never going to be pretty, but it was important. We got a wee lucky break. Lewis gets up the right hand side, checks in. On another day it doesn't take the deflection, but you don't have a shot at goal, you're never going to score.
As I say, good time to get it as well with 5 minutes to go.
Great time to get it. Great time. And as I say, one goal, was going to be the difference. A 0-0. Wouldn't have been the most exciting game of football in the world, but as I said to the players there, it now becomes a great game that we've picked up 3 points. From our point of view, we had to work hard, we had to dig in. Thought we defended better than we did against obviously Falkirk, keeping that clean sheet. Delighted for Charlie coming in for his first start this season. Obviously, we lost Max late in the week, which had a wee bit of the players realised that, and a lot of things going. Some players are still coming back for the viral thing they had, and I thought I could see that in them. They've got to dig in at that point, and I felt we did that today.
A few other players missing as well. Max picked up the knock, but there's also who else was? Lee Conley was missing, Harry Cochrane's missing.
Yes,
Conor
Harry's
Murray.
obviously been out with the eye injury, so that's just unfortunate. We're waiting on clearance for him for the eye specialist. Obviously he's staying short or a wee bit long term, and we picked up Lee against Falkirk, so he was unavailable all week. Connor picked up an injury obviously after he came off against Falkirk, no trained all week. So we were missing a few players.
Rico as well.
Rico was very unfortunate through the week. I think it was Wednesday we were training, just his shoulder. And these are things that you think are going against you, but the rest of the players have got to adapt to that. The rest of the players have got to say, wait a minute, we need to dig in here. We did have a young bench today, but that's part and parcel of football. That's the squad of players that we've got available to us, so that's the squad of players that can go and win you the game.
Charlie coming in, as you say, coming back from his loan spell. He says he's learned from being that player out there, so to come back and
and that's obviously why we put him out on loan, to get that experience of playing week in, week out, and it was very unfortunate as well. We had to pull him away early from his loan. We did try, myself and Ewan, we sat at 11 o'clock last night speaking to clubs, trying to get emergency goalkeeper in, because we felt that Charlie was benefiting from his loan spell. Could we do something in the market? It didn't happen. So we were grateful to Gap Cairn. They had to allow it, but they were very understanding. Charlie comes in and handled everything he had to deal with fine.
And that 3 points opens up that gap between Queens and Clyde now as well, so that shows you how important it was.
It does. I think you've got to use it both ways as well. It does open up that gap, but once you get 3 points, you've got to then have your next target and say, can we chip away at it? Can we chip away at the next game? Obviously another home game here against Alloa, which will be another difficult game. We know that. The results have went either way against Alloa this season, so we just have to focus on that, readapt, enjoy winning games of football, back in Monday morning focusing on the next game.
Alloa, as you say, is next. Mixed results against them this season. As you say, it's going to be tough, but it's a game that you know that you could probably pick up another 3 points.
Yeah, it's a game that, 3 points are there, available for us, but we need to put in the same work rate as today. The quality needs to be up on it today. It might be a game of football where both teams are playing excellent. Who knows? We don't know what the conditions are going to be like next week. But that's, when you turn up on a Saturday, you have to give minimum 100%. We do get that. It's a group of players that are working as hard as they can, and I'll drive them as hard as they can. That's our job as a coaching staff. But enjoy the moment today, but focus again on Monday.